Good morning and welcome to Sunday Dharma service. My name is Anne, and Won Gong asked me to say a few things about my time at the Raleigh Temple. I started attending the temple in February of 2024, so it's been about a year and a half. And I was seeking to learn how to meditate, because I knew I needed more tools in my tool belt to try and create more peace into my life. And after a year and a half, I have learned a whole lot more than about meditation. Thanks to this community and to the Dharma and to the people. So shortly after, probably a couple months after I started attending, I got involved in one of the study groups. And, I thought, okay, I can do this, I've always thought of myself as a lifetime learner. So I go to the study groups, and I probably attended 4 or 5, but I was so overwhelmed by how much I didn't know and how much, was just all new to me, which, I'm not sure how conscious of it I was at the time, but that was really messing with my ego and my pride, because I like having the answers. And so I stopped going. And I don't know, a few weeks later, I talked to Elliot, who is another attender at the Raleigh Temple, and I said, I don't know, I just feel like I need to be, in this community longer before I start studying about this. And she's like, don't worry about it, just come back. None of us know the answers, we're all feeling that way. And so I did. And I learned that I should come with I came with an open mind and with a child's mind, and it made all the difference. It wasn't about me, it wasn't ego, I could say, I don't know the answer, I have no idea. And that was very freeing, and it helped me grow. The other thing, when I was studying, or when we were studying, 2 stories stuck out to me. One is Satya-san's journey climbing the mountain for, 15, 20 years. Every day he climbed the same mountain looking for a spiritual guide. And he never found one, actually, but he kept climbing, and he kept looking, and he kept searching, and that has taught me a big lesson as well. And the other is the story of the ox, one of the stories of the ox, where a man is riding the ox, and the ox is going all over the place, into bushes, down ravines, and the guy's getting all beat up. But he's not doing anything differently. And Satya-san says, you could take up the reins and be the one that is guiding the ox. And that just really resonated with me, realizing that I was letting the ox guide me, and it was, it can be a painful thing. So that story also really helped me to pick up the reins and decide, where did I want to go, and have it be a deliberate action. I have notes here, let's see. So there was another time where I was living with a lot of anxiety, and I was at the temple, and we had collected all these sticks, and we were putting the sticks into the bonfire. And there weren't that many people around, but Won Gong says to me, so Anne, how are you doing? And I just had the courage to tell her I wasn't doing very well. And she reached out to me and just said, let's talk. Let's let's get together and talk. And so we did a few times at the temple, a few times online, and she gave me homework. You have to know this about her. She will give you homework. And my homework was to send her gratitude lists every day, to get my head in a different direction, because all I was doing was thinking about the anxiety and all the worry, and she got me to think about the positive things that were going on, and that was hugely helpful. So I just feel like this is such a welcoming, kind, growing community that it's a place that I want to continue to come to and continue to grow in. And I just, one thing Won Gong said the other day was, you know, we don't really get to know you until you get involved in activities where we get to spend time with each other aside from the service. And I have found that that is also true. So going to the retreats and getting involved has really helped as well. So I just, it's an honor to be part of this community and to be growing together. And it's awesome to be in a place where like-minded people are supporting one another. So, thank you. The first part of our Sunday morning practice will be meditation, and then Patty Daniel will give a talk about the founding motto of Won Buddhism. But first, let us prepare our bodies for meditation with some Qi Gong movements guided by Kathleen.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, friends at home. Last week, we did 4 special positions that were part of the 8 brocades. Today, we're going to do the other 4. And if you weren't here, think about silk brocade. It's really smooth but strong fabric. And as we move, we're going to have 2 qualities as well. One where we're pushing and using all our muscles, and then release. And it's in that release, energy just pours into us. So this morning, we're going to actually start with our feet a little farther apart. So you can imagine you're riding a horse and bend your knees a little bit, kind of give yourself a little bounce. Feel how your feet connect to the ground, the floor. You can tip forward a little bit, backward, side to side. Find the place where you just feel almost effortlessly grounded. In our first movement, we're going to bring our hands up, cross in front. The hand closest to us is going to become a fist. Pull back, twist, stretch your arm, look at your finger. Pull as hard as you can. Hold your breath. Release. Take another breath. Push in all directions. And release. Other side. Gonna bring our arms in front. Fist. Turn. Pull. More, more, more. Release. Breath in. Push. Down, up, out. Release. One more time on each side. Release. And push. Release. Last time. Release. Push. Now, everyone would take a couple steps forward. This will help our friends in the back. So take a moment, push your mats. Beautiful. This time, we're going to have our feet directly below us, right under your shoulders, parallel, like 11. Take a look. Yeah. Take a moment, find your balance. Breathing in, both arms come forward and up. Straight and pull up. All your might. Pull, pull, pull. Release. Come down. At your shoulders, turn your hands up to the ceiling and bring them down your back and legs. You can hold on to your calves, ankles, toes, whatever is comfortable. And then we're going to just rock back on our heels a little bit 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And then curl up slowly. Breathing in, hands come up. Pull. Release. Your hands come to your shoulders, they turn up, down your back. 3 heel rocks. 1. Come on. Last time. Beautiful. And we're going to go back to our first position, this wider stance. Take a moment. Again, we're going to breathe in, bring our hands up, cross, make a fist, pull back. With one hand, just watch for a minute. I'm going to pull forward, punch forward, and at the last minute, turn like this. So here we go, pulling forward, and then pa, and bring back. Other side. One more time on each side. This time we're going to add a step. Come forward, push, turn. Fingers come in from the little finger to the thumb. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and pull back. Other side. Turn. Little finger to thumb. One more time each side. Beautiful. Come back. This, we're going to breathe in, bring our hands to our danjan, lower belly, one palm on top of the other. And to the extent that you can, we're going to just go raise up a little bit on our toes and pound down. Last time. Beautiful. Bring your hands together, feet together. Breathing in and breathing out. Beautiful. Now let us offer 4 bows to the Fourfold Grace. You're welcome to do standing bows or full bows.
With gratitude, I bow to the grace of heaven and earth, honoring the marvelous gift of nature and the universe. With gratitude, I bow to the grace of parents and everyone who has given me life and nurtured me. With gratitude, I bow to the grace of fellow beings, the truth of interconnectedness among all beings. With gratitude, I bow to the grace of laws, which guides us, protects us, and promotes justice.
is the room temperature for you? Okay. My name is Won Gong, one of the reverends here. Thank you, Anne, for your sharing this morning. And thank you, Kathleen, for the wonderful Qi Gong to circulate our Qi energy. When you step into this Dharma hall, what do you usually notice? Smell. Great. Some of you may still smell the smell of our red clay from the wall. What else do you notice? Circle. And flowers. Natural light. Spaciousness. Peace. The wood. Yes. I want to talk about a little bit about spaciousness. From the very beginning, when this hall was first designed and built, we've cherished that spacious feeling. Sometimes I've been tempted to add more, a few cozy sofas, some beautiful plants here and there, even a piano. But each extra thing would slowly fill this room and leave less space for what we truly care and what truly matters, for you to breathe and settle into the spaciousness within and around you. And that's the space we want to create for you to experience that spaciousness whenever you are here. So during the week, sometimes you may want to try to come walking and nobody's here and you can really feel it. In the space of our minds, we often carry so much unfinished thoughts, heavy feelings, even positive feelings too, endless to-do lists, places to go, and people to meet. So when we gather here each week, we are given a chance to gently set those things down, and we clear away the inner clutter and open a little more space inside, so we can truly breathe and truly be present and truly appreciate our own true beings, who we are, without being distracted with so many things in our mind spaciousness. So you are here for that, right? Yeah. No matter how different upbringings, different personalities or backgrounds we may have, we are here for that one purpose. How beautiful and powerful that is. For the practice, dear friends, first, let us invite our bodies to feel really comfortable and settled. Rock your body from side to side as needed, forward, backward. Push your hips a little bit further back so you can feel your pelvic floor touching and grounding more fully on your meditation mat or chair or bench, and gently readjust again with the micro level of moving forward, backward, diagonal angles if needed, until you feel really right, comfortable, centered. Gently open up your back. Gently open up and stretch your back, so you feel a little bit taller, a bit taller. Opening your heart and chest, you feel more open You feel more open. You feel more free. Then let's drop everything we carry on our shoulders, above our shoulders. Let us breathe out, drop. Breathe in, notice, examine any uneasiness, any concerns, especially when it comes to our physical condition. From head to toe, scan any tiny bit of discomfort. Notice. Sit with it. Breathe out. Release. All things are the mind's creation. My mind can create more discomfort, more stories to add to any anxieties and worries, but my mind can create peace by simply breathe out, release. Breathe in. Whenever you notice any discomfort, any uneasiness, simply breathe out and release again. Physical uneasiness or mental thoughts, flighty thoughts, any persistent thoughts, all are welcome. Breathe into the container of embracing and acceptance. Then breathe out, let them go, let them be free. Meditation is simple. We can enjoy it. Together, it is more powerful. How grateful I am to have this beautiful, focused practice community. Each time I am pulled away, I come back. May I come back. Embrace any clutter, thoughts, inner chatter, activities without judging them. Breathe in, then breathe out, release. Chanting meditation, prayer chant, Yongju. Let us read the meaning in English together first. Page 4. The spiritual energy of heaven and earth settles in my being. My spirit penetrates all things as my mind wills. Heaven, earth, and I become one. I am one with the way of heaven and earth. 천지 영기 아심정 만사여의 아심통 전지여와 동일체 아여 전지 전지영기야 심정 만사여의 심통 전지여와 동일체하여 전지동심정 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 전지영기야 심정 만사여의 심통 전지여와 동일체하여 전지동심정.
Palms together. Prayer for world peace. Grace of heaven and earth, grace of parents, grace of fellow beings, grace of laws. O Dharmakaya Buddha of fourfold grace, may we take refuge in Dharma and be filled with compassion and wisdom. May we transform delusion into wisdom, greed into generosity, resentment into gratitude, discord into harmony, and hatred into compassion. May all nations grow and benefit mutually. May the strong help the weak, and may the weak learn and evolve according to Dharma. May all those who have died from world conflicts and disasters be delivered through all obstacles and be at rest. May there be peace throughout the world, and may all beings enjoy tranquility and happiness, living in their original true nature. This we pray with our whole hearts. 원하옵니다. 원하옵니다. 간절히 간절히 원하옵니다. 내 손 voice echoes throughout the hills, and in all realms where my heart and mind reach, that we all together share a true affinity for attaining great enlightenment and for helping all living beings.
Sutra Chanting Il Sang Vow, page 9. Il Sang Vow. Il is the realm of samadhi beyond words and speech, the gateway of birth and death, transcending being and non-being, the origin of heaven and earth, parents, fellow beings, and lost the true nature of all Buddhas, enlightened masters, unenlightened people, and sentient beings. Ilwan manifests as both permanence and impermanence, viewed as permanence. Ilwan unfolds into an infinite world that is ever abiding, spontaneous, just as it is, viewed as impermanence. Ilwan unfolds into infinite worlds through the cycle of formation, duration, decay, and extinction of the universe, and the birth, aging, illness, and death of all beings, according to how we use our minds and bodies. In the four forms of birth, we transform through the 6 realms of existence, progressing or regressing, with grace arising from harm, or harm from grace. Therefore we unawakened beings vow to practice wholeheartedly, modeling ourselves after Il Sung, the Dharma Kaya Buddha, by cultivating our minds and bodies deeply, knowing human affairs and universal principles thoroughly, and using our minds and bodies skillfully, thus progressing rather than regressing, and receiving grace rather than harm, until we attain the great empowerment of Il-One and become one with the nature of Il-One.
It's actually a video.
And then the more you cut, they grow back fresh and nice. So please feel free to comment. Feel free to take these chives to your meal table anytime. Welcome. Enjoy.
I think I'm ready. Well, good morning, everyone, here in the Dharma Hall. Oh, I forgot.
This morning, our good temple friend, Patty Daniel, Hua Taonim, is going to share her Dharma talk about how to balance and advance our spiritual power in the midst of an overwhelming influx of material and technological advancement. The title of her talk is, Am I Using My Phone or is my phone using me? Let us warmly welcome Patty and practice deep listening.
Well, good morning again, everyone. It's lovely to be here in the Dharma Hall with all of you and our friends online as well. And I'm happy to be here to talk about a very favorite part of our scripture book, which I think often gets overlooked. This is my well-worn scripture book. But the very first thing you come across in this book, is after the Library of Congress numbers and such, is the Ilwan song, right? The very next page is only one sentence, but it's the founding motto or motive, because after all, a motto is a motive, of Won Buddhism. And then when you get over into the text, when it finally starts into the text, right here, the very first text is about the founding, an explication of the founding motive itself. And which I think is very meaningful to me, and so I'm glad to talk about it. The founding motive reads, with this great opening of material power, let us cultivate a great opening of spiritual power. After his enlightenment in 1916, our founding teacher and Master Sotaesan started a new, what some people call reform Buddhist order in what is now South Korea. And he soon proceeded to formulate his doctrine. In those early years of the 20th century, even when Korea was still suffering under Japanese occupation, Master Sotaesan witnessed society's great leap forward in scientific knowledge, industrial power, and unprecedented material progress. He deemed it beneficial, not harmful. However, he saw a dangerous imbalance emerging. While our material capabilities soared, our spiritual wisdom remained stagnant. He warned that this would create a, quote, turbulent sea of suffering. He wrote in his very first paragraph of his doctrine, and I quote him, "Today, with the development of scientific civilization, the human spirit, which should be making use of material things, has steadily weakened, while the power of the material things has daily grown stronger, conquering that weakened spirit and bringing it under its domination," end quote. This concern drove him to establish Won Buddhism's doctrinal foundation. The founding motive was revolutionary, really, to restore the proper relationship between spirit and matter, not by rejecting progress, but by matching every material advance with spiritual development. Consider our relationship to technology today. Our smartphones connect us to infinite information, yet studies show rising rates of anxiety, distress, and depression. Social media promises connection, but often delivers isolation. We have more entertainment options than ever, yet many report feeling bored, distracted, and unable to focus. This is exactly what Master Sotasan predicted: material power conquering a weakened spirit. Consider our relationship to the earth. The damage done to our environment by uncontrolled materialism, consumerism, and capitalism, especially in the West, has led to so much destruction that we fear for our planet's future. I truly believe that the solution to environmental degradation lies in a spiritual awakening in all of us, awakening to the paradise that we would have if we could only stop destroying the very thing that sustains us. Live simply so that others may simply live could be our daily mantra. I actually stole that line from a bumper sticker I used to have back in the 70s. Still applies. Consider our relationship with our stuff. How many of us actually suffer a little, or perhaps a lot, when we feel overwhelmed by our overstuffed closets, garages, and homes? Our cluttered dwelling spaces can rob us of serenity, making us feel subtly anxious or vaguely uncomfortable. Reverend Won offers a weekly decluttering meditation to deal with this problem. It never lacks for attendance. This makes me think of my solar clothes dryer. Every time I hang my clothes on the line, I think, I'm so happy to be outside, summer and winter, hanging my clothes on the line. When I bring them in, they smell so good. I enjoy folding them up. Good example of living simply. I would encourage all of you, if you have a place you can put up a clothesline, do so. You'll probably love it. Anyway, I digress. But Won Buddhism offers a different path. Our founding motive was one of the most important reasons why I chose Won Buddhism as my spiritual home 19 years ago. It spoke directly to my heart and mind. This recognition that our environmental crisis, our consumer culture, our spiritual emptiness all stem from the same source: material power overwhelming spiritual wisdom. The founding motive teaches us to approach every material benefit with spiritual awareness. Before we pick up that phone, we can pause and ask, am I using this or is it using me? When we shop, we can practice contentment rather than endless wanting. When we're tempted by distractions, we can return to mindful presence. When we're tempted by exotic vacations, you might try tent camping. I often think that if more people regularly went backpacking or camping, they would get a great lesson in how little material power you need to have a good time or an exciting experience. Better yet, go camping somewhere without a cell signal. I often think about our Kyomunis. Did you know that they earn no salary and get no benefits other than a house, well, which is really a workspace that they share with us? They get a house, one used car, and some food. They work for us day after day, constantly seeking better ways to serve us. Surely they are a perfect example of spiritual power overcoming material power. This founding motive is not about becoming monks or rejecting modernity. It's about reclaiming our spiritual authority over the material world. As Sotasan envisioned, it can lead all beings to, quote, a vast and immeasurable paradise by expanding spiritual power. The founding motive remains as urgent today as it was a century ago, or perhaps even more so. Every digital notification, every purchase, every technological convenience is an opportunity to practice, to ensure that our spirits remain stronger than our stuff. Thank you.
Thank you, Patty, for enlightening us and reminding us of the founding motive and how relevant it is today as it was when it was created. And all of us can use that reminder on a daily basis, probably. Now, let's take a moment to quietly reflect on what Patty has shared with us. Friends at home, you're invited to share your reflections in the live chat. We really appreciate the thoughts you share with us. Friends in the Dharma Hall, please pair up in small groups and share your thoughts and takeaways with each other.
If you like, you're welcome to walk outside, use the deck space as well. There are 32 friends joining us online, and let me read some shared thoughts. Polly shared, thank you, Patty. Great talk and important reminder of how modern the founding master had been. Hopefully, this foundational message will be spread throughout this country and the world. Lee shared, I'm wondering about the effect of my phone usage, and that's a good thing to wonder about. And Shauna shared, thank you, Patty, for the lovely talk. I appreciate how you always bring us back to the motive of the founding master. Daniel shared, material clutter versus spaciousness, great food for thought and contemplation and action. Thank you, online friends, for sharing that, your thoughts. Any thoughts you want to share from here in-person friends group? I see a lot of active conversation going on. Would you, Nick, would you mind sharing the pin mic so online friends can hear? Do you have a pin mic? Could you share? Go ahead, please.
Well, I wanted to share an idea that I had recently in the wave of political extremism and how technology is such a tool to really gather like-minded. We speak about like-minded people, and my family and I always say we like to be around people that don't think like us, so that we can really have dialogue and debate and understand different perspectives, because we all, I'm sure, geographically, culturally, no two minds are the same, and no two lived experiences are the same. And so I'm curious about how, and this is probably a bigger question than we can really address right now, but it comes to my mind often as I have an 8-year-old and a 5-year-old, and we try and be less screen filled in our home, but we try and create a balance as well, because we know that's the world that we live in. We can't deny and just erase it. It's still with us, of course, but I just wonder, as we talk about action, because we know the intention, we know the why. I think that's very clear. It's how would we go about ensuring that technology is used for good. When I taught at a Waldorf school in Austin, Texas, we talked about, humans, we give meaning to technology. We can use it as a bridge to deliver aid and support and encouragement and connection and true value. And it can be used as a tool of destruction or, I think you all understand what I'm getting at, just as a means of, a very powerful means of gathering like-minded people who might not have great intentions. And so I think my question, and maybe this is like a whole focus group, is how do we do this moving forward? How do we, I don't know if it's teaching it or having guardrails, and how do you really monitor something so big? But it's just a question that comes to mind as we're thinking about the other question, which is, if we're the dream of our ancestors, what are we creating? Where are we going?
Thank you. What's your name?
Ana Teresa Machado.
Ana, thank you so much.
Pleasure.
Hearing your very open-hearted sharing makes me feel like probably we should have a day of workshop on this topic. What do you think? Yeah. Yeah. Our founding teacher said this expression: make good use of it. Make a good use of material technological advancement, not shutting us down, shutting off from this material power, but make a good use of it so we can bring more grace, benefit, outreach, help, and plus efficiency, using good time, our time and energy very efficiently. And I think we are doing that a lot in this era. So your questions, your seeking question is really wonderful. I think we should all keep wondering about it, keep thinking about this. I know a couple of friends whenever she brings something to the temple, she never uses plastic bag. She always wrap with a cloth, and all the time. And then I was, wow, that's it, with a little thing. It's a lot of plastic Tupperwares, so many cool Tupperwares out there. Every day, new product. But not being swayed, but then just maintaining old-fashioned, one little action to maintain and in some way to preserve this planet as well. I see some friends who never uses water bottle. I mean, the plastic bottle, always use water bottles. And I didn't see that a few years ago, but now more and more, even children, our teens, so many of them they stick to their own water bottle. I think the world is changing and evolved with this awareness. Thank you for your sharing, Anna, and we hope our conversation continues on this topic. Any friends new today, by the way? Raise it. Wow, several of you. Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you. See, I didn't ask you to clap for them. It's just our heart is so welcoming. Those friends who want to be more involved with our temple community, we still go analog style, fill out this form, so we get to know you a little bit more. And do we have any other announcements to share today?
Yes, we do. We have a lot. Thank you for practicing with us this morning through in-person and live stream, and I want to thank Jackson for helping me with announcements today. We have 2 exciting events coming up in October. The first one is on Saturday, October 18th, and this is going to be our annual Autumn Open House, and so we ask you to bring yourself and bring your friends to the temple. And then the next event is on Sunday, October 26th, and this is our big 20th anniversary celebration here at the Chapel Hill Temple. And we're busy getting ready, as you can imagine, for those 2 events. And we need a few extra hands. So if you'd like to volunteer, please let our reverends know. And we ask you, if you're planning to come on Sunday, October 26th, please go to our website and RSVP there, because we're planning a luncheon and we need a head count.
This afternoon at 4 p.m., for more meditation opportunities, we invite you to join us at our North Raleigh Temple, located in the quiet woods in the Falls Lake area. All are welcome. And there will be a benefit concert at the Raleigh Temple Sunday, September 21st at 2 p.m. Reserve your ticket today on our website for an uplifting afternoon of music and community, while helping raise funds for our Raleigh Temple's roof repair. Program highlights include traditional Korean dance by Sunny Kim, Korean drumming, K-pop, and arirang songs by Reverends Sean and Won Gong, a cappella songs by Julie and Leslie, native Indian flute and improvised music by Crystal and Drew, and more. Bring your friends for beautiful music, good company, and a meaningful cause.
And if you'd like to join us, every Thursday we have our scripture study. And we just started the chapter 7, which is the principle of the nature. And this chapter is a profound guide to reflecting on our true nature. And we do this one verse at a time. So this week we're on verse 3, and I'll read it to you. Preview here. The founding master said, "Utmost good is that realm where wholesome and unwholesome are transcended. Ultimate bliss is the place where suffering and happiness are transcended." So if you'd like to join us in discussing that paragraph, reversed, we have two options. Morning at 10 o'clock, we meet in person at the residence, and then we also have a 7 p.m. gathering on Zoom. And you can go to the website and look for more information there. Oh, I'm the last one too. Okay. So with heartfelt thanks to our wonderful sustainers and everyone who supports us with your generous gifts. Your dana offerings are the lifeline of our work and the reason our temple community continues to grow and flourish. We are deeply grateful for your kindness and commitment to nurturing this shared spiritual home.
Page 13, Morning Prayer Song. I think 15 to 20 children this morning, they've been enjoying our lovely garden outside. Reverend Sean created a lot of fun games, so I think there are a lot of delightful, happy energy in our garden, played by children. So after this program, you are invited to walk around and stroll in our peaceful meditation garden. Do you know how to say thank you in Korean? 감사합니다. 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 And waving hands to our online friends. Thank you for joining us. Before you